Time travel has been the subject of countless books, films and TV series, but it has always been viewed by the scientific community as fantasy. But are there people from the future amongst us now who have actual proof of the reality of time travel? A man calling himself Noah has claimed that he is a time traveler from the year 2030. Unsurprisingly, Noah is not his real name, and he insists on blurring out his face and distorting his voice on video to hide from assassins who are apparently chasing him to punish him for revealing the truth. The 20-something man currently lives somewhere in South America and claims that he is 50 years old but has taken an age-reversing drug to make him 25 again. "My natural time is in the year 2030, he explained to the British newspaper The Sun Online. This is the year all my family and friends are in. Simply put, I was fired from my job during a mission in the year 2017, which is why I'm now stuck in 2019. Noah claims that it was when he was a high school student that he learned from government agents that time travel was much more than just science fiction. He was apparently recruited into a top-secret program and went on to forge a successful full-time career as a time traveler based in 2030. But unlucky for him, he's become stranded in the wrong year. Although he claims he has family in 2019, he says they wouldn't recognize the future version of himself, and meeting them could start a chain reaction which might change the course of the future or even destroy time itself. A past version of myself exists right now, and he is in middle school currently, Noah says. I have to stay far away from him to avoid causing a paradox, because the results of that could be profound by what I understand. Noah believes he can prove that what he says is true by getting an X-ray, which he says will reveal a device embedded in his hand which helps him to travel between time periods. He told The Sun, "It was implanted before I went back in time via a surgical procedure. It was painless, and that device actually helps in transporting all the atoms within my body. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know all the details." Among Noah's claims about the future are that Donald Trump will get re-elected in 2020, that there will be a global revolution in artificial intelligence, and hugely powerful computers will be worn by Google-style 3D glasses. Also, future nanotechnology will be supposedly made from millions and billions of microscopic robots. Although Noah's story may seem a little far-fetched to say the least, he's far from being the only one making incredible claims about time travel. A Greek man, also hiding his true identity, has claimed in another video on YouTube that he spent 2 days in the year 3207 after being sent forward in time as part of a top-secret military program. The buildings were absolutely enormous, he says. Cars were flying and there was strange colored glass, not green, but deep purple. Aliens, ordinary people, big animals and robots were walking together. In another popular clip, an American man called Alexander Smith claims to have recently returned from a business trip to the year 2118. His proof of this extraordinary trip is a blurry photo, which appears to show a high-rise city center, although it's impossible to make out any detail in the shot. This picture was taken in the year 2118, he says. In the same clip, he informs the public of the threats we will face in the future, which he says he was sent as part of a top-secret program which made him one of the first ever time travelers. There's a danger of artificial intelligence taking over, he warns, but the number one threat to humanity as we know it is global warming. These bizarre time travel videos were made public on a popular YouTube channel called Apex TV, a paranormal network whose site consists mainly of these so-called time travelers. Since its foundation in 2014, Apex TV has interviewed 28 alleged time travelers, and now their videos are so in demand that they have employed a team of 11 people to staff the channel. One enthusiastic spokesman for Apex TV told The Sun Online, "We have 3 more upcoming videos, including one with a man who claims to have traveled 60 million years into the past and seen actual dinosaurs, as well as one with a woman who claims to have a selfie from the future." He went on, "We're all pretty open-minded and often share stories that a majority of people don't believe. We never give our opinions on the videos as we don't want to influence anyone else's. The claims of this odd group of people might seem ludicrous or even dangerous to some, but collectively, the cases recall a certain individual who made extremely similar claims a few years ago. He was known as John Titor. John Titor was a name used on several forums and radio talk shows during 2000 and 2001 by a man claiming to be an American military time traveler from 2036. He initially used the name Time Traveler Zero, but later, when communicating through a series of faxes to the Art Bell show in the US, he used the name John Titor. In the first of these faxes, he described the discovery of time travel, which he said involved the European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, in the year 2034. He also claimed that a brick wall existed in the timeline, which meant no traveler could get past the year 2564. In January the 27th, 2001, Time Travel Zero appeared on Art Bell's post-to-post bulletin board, creating a new thread called I Am From 2036, where he stated, "Greetings. I'm a time traveler from the year 2036. I'm on my way home after getting an IBM 5100 computer system from the year 1975. My time machine is a stationary mass temporal displacement unit manufactured by General Electric. The unit is powered by two top-spin dual-positive singularities that produce a standard offset Tipler sinusoid. I'll be happy to post pictures of the unit." Posting as John Titor, this individual went on to answer questions, describe the function and design of his time machine, and provide what he said were photographs of the time machine and its operation manual. As with most alleged time travelers from the future, John Titor came armed with various predictions about the world to come. He prophesied civil war, technological catastrophe, and an outbreak of the Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, a fatal degenerative brain disorder similar to mad cow. On March the 24th, 2001, John Titor posted his final message, which included the following: "I do not have a secret agenda, but I have been paying a great deal of attention to your world line. My interaction with you was not a direct mission parameter, but it was a secondary mission protocol based on standing orders given to all temporal drivers. That secondary objective is basically to gather as much information about a world line based on a set of observable variables when we first arrive. Your world line met those conditions. What amazes me is why no one here wonders why Y2K didn't hit them at all." After this post, John Titor was never heard from again. Could Titor have been a real time traveler, or was this all too good to be true? That indeed seems to have been the case. Closer examination of Titor's predictions revealed many inconsistencies, technical mistakes in his descriptions, a lack of awareness of modern history, a predicted civil war in the US for 2004. It was beginning to look suspicious, and in 2019, an investigation concluded that Titor was an elaborate hoax, the creation of Larry Haber, a Florida entertainment lawyer, along with his brother Maury, a computer scientist. But strangely enough, the story of John Titor does not quite end there. John Titor was never photographed, and no one seems to have met him in person, so we don't know what he looked like or what his voice sounds like. So the stage was set for the appearance in 2016 of John Titor II, who gave interviews on TV and even wrote a book about his bizarre exploits. In an interview with Daniel Hunt on November the 14th, 2016, Titor II stated bluntly, "Lots of people call themselves John Titor. I'm the only one that ever gets photographed, goes on television, or has written a book." However, in December 2016, John Titor II's true identity, Dana Lee Stern Sr., was exposed via YouTube. After this revelation, he was blacklisted from popular media and book sales dropped to zero. But it seems certain that Stern will not be the last John Titor. The original John Titor hoaxer, Joseph Matheny, has said, "If anybody has decided to believe the John Titor legend, pay attention to anybody who is trying to sell you anything, books, DVDs, or a belief system. Give it a real hard thought before you do any of that. because John Titor would not approve.